Hello, Pisces. It's umomgtarot, and this is your singles dating. Wait, no, I always say that, but it's love and relationships. It can be anyone. We can't denominate anymore. Singles, relationships, situationships, will they, won't they, who's it's. Listen, let's start. So I'm shuffling your astrology reading cards, figuring out what vibes come up first. This could be the person you're dealing with or the situation, the vibe of the situation. Is it Mars energy? Is it Venus energy? Let's see what it is. This is a love and relationships tarot card reading. Here's your first card. Leo. You got a Leo in the mix? Are you guys good together? You like Leos like that? I feel like Leos are too loud for you, Pisces. I feel like you admire them and wish you could be like them, but it's like I can't keep up though, and I'm not in denial about that. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun represents our ego, our sense of purpose, our feelings of like needing to connect with our destiny, that drive that you have in the morning that makes you either feel really depressed that you're not going after whatever it is that drive is supposed to be about, or that drive that gets you up in the morning and gets you on your way. Presents a lot of personality. Your next card is air. Air. I almost said Aries, but no. This is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, any air sign. And this is a very intellectual energy. So this person's good conversation, they're a good thinker, very problem solvish, but maybe not problem solving as in picking a solution, but as in weighing everything out and dissecting it and thinking critically. All right, so that's again Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in the mix, love and relationships, and Leo. And finally we have fire, so that brings us right to Leo again. More Leo, more Aries, and some Sagittarius in here, all of the fire signs. And so fire, air, and Leo. Okay, ego. And you know what happens when you mix fire and air? More fire. So, guys, could be a little chaotic. I decided not to deprive myself of coffee, or I'm just not going to do readings, because I always say, oh, let me do coffee first, and then I get the coffee and drink the coffee, and then I don't have it for the reading, and then I don't do a reading. But we're trying to pick things up here. So here I go shuffling. You guys are hoping for the best, I know. So this could be excitement, good conversation, good connection, intellectual connection. I don't see any water here, but let's have a look-sees. Oh, snap! Ace of Cups, love. What? Maybe it is good that I shuffle on camera, so I'm not messing around with you. Ace of Cups. To start, we start from the bottom. We start from the heart. We start from the soul, spirit, love, spiritual energy. But love, guys. We're starting with love. Now let's hope that all this that I'm doing is not actually jinxing anything and whatnot. Let's have a look. See this, okay? So Pisces. Boom. Six of oh yes. Generosity. Sharing is caring. I'm not mad. I am not mad. Okay? Next card, Pisces. What you got going on? Oh, you spoke too soon. You got the Five of Swords, conflict. But okay, we accepted that when we saw this air and fire. Ace of Swords, victory. Okay. And the Sun, more Leo, more Sun, more ego, more feeling justified, more feeling validated in that ego. Because sometimes the ego can take control, and then we could be like, maybe I was a little too much. And other times it's like, no, you summoned that energy because you needed to protect yourself from things that were unknown at the time. That's okay. I odd coffee. Anyways, okay, so Leo, air, fire. You guys, seriously, exciting stuff. And I think that's important with the Pisces. They like some excitement sometimes because you can go through dry spells. Because you're very sensitive. But you like somebody that gives you that fire, that oomph, that pizzazzle. Leo might even mean that you meet them in Leo season. Maybe that's a little jump off point. I see a firm grip on this underwater, aquatic looking thing, but it's not underwater. I think that the Leo is looking like the Strength card, to be honest. It's looking like endurance, patience, and prosperity, abundance, and all in the name of pursuing your purpose. So just like somebody who's very like impassioned with like they have that will, that strong will to take action, not to persevere, but to take action. And it's like, where does that come from? Like it reminds me of like those like athletes that spend hours and hours and hours practicing. Oh my God, how are they like that? How are they the best? And then you see what it takes to be the best, and you're like, people could do that, but like people won't do that. So I feel like if anything, if there's newness in this love and initiation or whatever, I feel like it's an action and a conversation, an action that might be really inspiring, might be really exciting, might be really spontaneous, might be very aggressive, assertive. Lots of that, people coming at you. Someone coming at you, like very clearly. At least you don't have to be guessing and will they, won't they for this one. Air and fire, it just creates more flames. So I feel like with this person, the spark of love will hit you in the feels, but what you'll realize is that you might like a little bit of drama. That might be you. That might be you. Okay? Then we have the generosity. We have a little bit of, it made me feel like? It made me feel like old money bags over here. Paying for stuff, showering me in gifts, and not even like actually showering you in gifts, just being generous in ways that you haven't experienced before. Like, yeah, I'll open that door. What? Oh my, I never had any of this chivalry stuff before. Feels like this person's bringing the heat. All right, but like I said, Five of Swords would suggest there's some conflict on the horizon. Things could change. Things could like randomly just be conflicting with this person. Like you get in a random argument. Randomly they're in a bad mood and snappy. These swords here, it's like Five of Swords, so it's like really just random. At random, this person's like, shut up. And you're like, so what? Would you say love bug? Ace of Swords, victory. I mean, who knows? Maybe the salt provides you with, sometimes when your partner has an attitude and then you're just like, I'm not even mad because later on when I ask you for this favor, you're gonna say yes because of his attitude. All right, so Ace of Swords, I see a victory in this conflict. I guess you win the conflict. So how serious can it be? The generosity. There's humbling. Somebody who's, oh my goodness, what can you believe that's a talking point where I feel like for some of you Pisces, when you get in an argument, maybe you have a victory in these arguments with this person because they actually hear you out. You're a pretty wise water sign, Pisces. And sometimes people they're not here to listen. And perhaps like these things that are showing up, the generosity, the conflict, like the victory, the love, just the fire in the air, the enthusiasm of it all. Maybe it's exciting, surprising. And even though it's like the swords are like supposed to be intimidating because it's sharp, it's violent, it just means it's like it's more impactful, it's more clear and more clear cut. It's more like I am attracted to you, and there's no doubt about that. Like there's a clear chemistry here. Clearly, I'm being generous to you, I'm being giving to you, but I'm also not being fake. So we're gonna have a little kink and bumps in the road, and there might be some conflict. But even that conflict, sometimes it's like the way that it ends. Maybe it's like the way that we handle conflict is actually something that I've seen through conflict that makes me feel even more victorious in this connection, in the initiation of this connection. 2 aces. Look at that right there. So the representation of this Leo energy is like happiness. The Sun energy, happiness. It's feeling like your childlike state, and it always reminds me that they say that like when you find your person, you can act like you were when you were a kid around them, when you're most comfortable, when you're most compatible. And that's really something to note here because it's at the top of the reading with the Leo and the themes with the astrology cards, and another validating aspect with the sun, just showing the Leo energy of it all. So you might want to look up all those successful Leo connections, what they like, what they love, and like see if that kind of like um, awakens your maybe I do want that, somebody who I can like go to the park with on a swing. Maybe not that too dirty. Maybe someone I always turn into a giddy little giggly Pokemon when I'm talking to them, and it just naturally happens, and I get silly with it, and I feel like a goofball, and it's okay, and they feel like a goofball too. And that's what, not something that I would write down on a list of things I want in a person, but like this is what like is so exciting, is that like I didn't know I wanted that. It's a surprise, and Five of Swords allows all these surprises and these random like oh I didn't know I didn't know conflict could be like this. I didn't know that you would be generous in this way. I didn't know. Like, it feels like awakenings because of the swords. It feels like awakenings and realizations because of the air and the fire. Yeah, communicating and enthusiasm, the name of the game. But it looks really positive when it comes to love and relationships. Like, dynamics here are just being initiated, and they're just stuff you never heard of before. I see the surprise in it because of the 5 with the swords, and I know that's conflict. It's just like, it's one of those like conflict, but like seeing how conflict goes, observing conflict, because there's generosity there, so there's genuine care, there's an offer of connection and love and interest, and then there's also happiness at the end of it. So we know that conflict kind of takes us to somewhere positive, and it takes us to understanding, and understanding is just like, oh, I feel you, oh yeah, I feel you too, oh okay, great, and then you're happy that you could just get through a conflict and be like, oh okay. Egos are a big thing in this dynamic, so maybe it just unlocks that idea that when you trust someone and you care for somebody, and you can feel that they care for you, with their generosity, their actions, that then the dropping the ego is kind of easier, because you just don't assume that they're gonna be trying to play you. Alright, Leo could be coming in. Okay, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Share the video. Why not? And, you can check out that Etsy shop that I got there. There's a link in the description. I sell candles. I sell home fragrances. Why not? Why not? Why not burn a candle? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.